Hello, it's me, Josh Hunter. I'm here on the planet Earth, and this is a processing video. I am attempting to process some very complex algorithms. I wish there was some less pretentious way for me to say that, but I am doing this the best way that I can. I am a processing person. It is my purpose and duty to process things, not unlike a computer. I consume great amounts of information and do my utmost to process this fully. So as you know, I am destined to be a very popular and well-liked YouTuber, successful YouTuber. And so in preparation for this role, well, I won't say that. In preparation for this magnificent gift, I have been studying other YouTubers to see, like, how should I be? Like, what's the right attitude to take? I don't follow any Twitter accounts or Instagram accounts. I don't even have a Twitter, I don't have an Instagram. Or I may have signed up, but I don't even know what password. I would not use Instagram, and I won't. So I've only specifically been using YouTube, and so I've been studying the various successful YouTubers, and I studied PewDiePie. I studied Supreme Banana, or I guess she's Cammy Penton now. She was Cammy Penton. But anyway, I studied. I tried to study David Dobrik or whatever, but I don't know. I couldn't. Seems like in a different class or something. Like I can't. There are some qualities which I require in order to study, and then I also studied Emma Chamberlain, and it made me kind of nervous. Like I, as you know, my youth was well, maybe you don't know, but my youth was. Some part of me feels as though I should have had a more fulfilling youth, and I should have done more. I should have been. I don't know. I should have been. I don't know, more free, I guess. Not that anybody or anything was holding me back, but I don't dwell upon this. But sometimes I just think, I should have. I don't know, I should have been like friendly or something. But the whole period of time seems like a blur anyway. So part of the reason why I watched Emma Chamberlain's channel is because I feel like, I don't know, like somehow I should be able to get some of my youth back. I'm not trying to steal her youth, but a lot of the YouTube I watch is like whatever's most popular and what are the young people doing, so that I can, because my generation, they went past me, they left me behind, they don't, I've been forgotten by them. So I tried to go to the next generation, and these guys, what's ever in between my generation and Emma Chamberlain's generation, I don't know what they were doing, but they passed me by too. And so I'm trying to like figure out, okay, well, where are these guys going, and like, will there be a place for me, like socially? Like, I'm not an antisocial person, but I gotta understand. So it made me nervous because I'm thinking like I try to live as though I'm always being watched, and so I'm thinking, like, if somebody came up to me and so and saw me like watching like this YouTube channel for this, like, well, she's 18 or 19, this 19-year-old girl. I'm like, I'm 34, and I'm thinking, like, how do I explain like, Chris? Like, how do I explain myself? Like, what is the reason? Like, what is the reason for why are you watching this channel, Josh? Because it's mainly for, like, what? Like teen. Well, like, why? All right. First of all, I just explained myself. I was just trying to protect her, I was just. I always make sure I have a pack of. Alright, anyway, alright, that might be in play. Sorry. Anyway, but I did notice a lot of congruencies. I won't get into it because it's like top level stuff. And anyway, so the reason why I bring this up, normally I just kind of. The reason why I bring this up is so all right. Like I said, there's this guy with this thing and the leaving a mess and pissing on the fucking hand washing thing, and so then I went to this. I went. Sometimes like I can be kind of like not dramatic, but it's just like you don't have to be like that. And I just like, and I walked away. I stormed off, and I'm like, oh. So then I went to this place, and I was like, so I was sitting down, gonna watch some, TV or whatever. And then, like I said, I'm studying. I want to know what the successful YouTubers are doing. Like, how do they remain calm under stress? Like, how do they deal with like the fans and stuff? So I was listening to her, Emma's podcast, the Anything Goes, and I was as I was watching, I was sitting there, and this is like in an alleyway. Like I'm just, I'm like this 34-year-old forgotten, fat fuck homeless man, like in a dark alley, surrounded by dumpsters, like listening to this like teenage girl's podcast about like what is her life being like successful and all these all the things that she's had to go through and in all these like social situations. I'm like I can't even imagine what this looks like. And I'm sitting there, and I wasn't like in the best mood. I was just trying to like and then like a bird like poops like right on my head, and it right after it pooped on my head, like the podcast as I was listening to, like right after it pooped on my head, like she said like sorry. And I was like it lined up like perfectly. Like she was like da 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 da, and then a bird pooped on, and then like as she was speaking, like a bird pooped on my head, and then right after, she said there's something, and she said like oh sorry. And I thought to myself, because normally I gotta look. I'm not like a not like a signs guy. I'm not like when do you think that? Well, actually, I am. I think I am. Maybe. So. So I mean, I guess the questions, the question on everybody's mind right now is like, is this my celebrity wife? Is this what's going on? Like, is the big surprise, the big reveal is yeah, okay, I'm like 34. I don't have a college degree. I don't have any prospects. Everyone I've ever known has pretty much said, it's okay if this person dies in a gutter in the street. I don't want to, I'm not, I'm not like a working person, and pretty much my whole life is contained, and I don't, and so I wanna see like, let's see what this, let's process. Like, what would that look like? What is the marriage? All right, so okay. So anyway, I the last time that a birds only poop on me like at specific times for specific reasons. The last time a bird like pooped on me like this, I was writing. This was mostly like 15, maybe 20 something years ago. No, it was 2006. I was sitting down, I was writing, and I was writing things out, and a bird like pooped, and the poop, but it was like not a lot of poop, but just a little bit of poop. It landed right on the word acceptance. And I thought, that's kind of unusual, but that was like 10 years ago. I'm like, or whenever 2006 was, and I'm like, how? What does that mean? And it's a demand for investigation. when it's so specific. And birds are always. And today, another one of these little birds, they came up to me, and I was sitting down. I don't know what kind of bird it is. It's like black, but it's got like this long yellow beak. It's the type that's like used for just like getting birds, not like nuts. And and this type of bird never tries to like. Oh, hey, dude.
Hey, brother. How you been?
I'm doing all right. Is everything? I mean.
You watching something?
No. I'm doing a. I don't necessarily have a lot of people to talk to, so I keep myself healthy by making a daily record of my mental and emotional
Good man.
states.
Are you recording it?
Yes. If you don't want to be in this, I can,
No, I admire you. You're good people, brother.
Oh, okay.
I enjoy talking to you.
All right. Thank you.
I think what you're doing also is extremely noble.
Oh, okay.
Being who you want to be.
Yeah.
And that I try to live my life the same way. And ever since I was about 29, 30, I met a woman that made me want to spend more time with her.
Okay.
Just her personality is whew. It was so amazing that I wanted to spend more time around her, and to be able to spend more time around her, I had to become more contemporary. I had to become more normal.
Okay.
And I'm doing that excessively now because, she left me, and we had a child together. So I want to become excessively contemporary. I want to become excessively normal. I want to figure out what it is now that makes a person like my brother, who he just did it right. He got in trouble when he was a kid, but it was when he was a kid. Whatever the stereotype of being good to people, that's what my brother is. He went to the military. He's now in the fire department, Los Angeles Fire Department, because he's a Los Angeles County lifeguard.
Okay.
And so he's got one of those license plates that has a fireman on it, and so the cops will never stop you. That kind of. His wife's a teacher. He has 2 kids. Bada bing, bada boom. They got a nice little place, and that's a very quintessential idea of what normal is, right? But I never understood that. Now I want to be like that, simply because I want to be with this woman. I want to be around her as much as possible and learn from her.
Okay.
Now she's a fucking weirdo when people aren't looking.
Alright.
And I'm very interested in how she does that as well.
Okay.
I gotta be a fucking weirdo all the time. I gotta be who I am all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if the way she's doing it is honing the weirdness. If it's making her sharper than the rest of us who all let it out all the time. That's just an idea. I don't know if that's true or not. But I'm very curious to find out. Because she wants to be a writer. And if that's true for her, then that should be true for every other artist and every other person who is quote-unquote successful, right? Who has this talent that everybody wants to see all the time. Maybe it's you and I, what society calls weirdos, that are letting it out all the time. Maybe we're being too generous. You know what I mean? Maybe we should be honing it into one specific spot so that everybody stands up and claps and showers us with money and whatever else we want. You know what I mean? However, for some of us, what we already have what we want. So none of that is attracted to us. And I gotta say, I'm not really attracted to riches and fame and all that stuff. But at the same time, there is a little voice back there, my ego going, "Yeah, you are."
Well, no, I understand the appeal.
Yeah.
You can't. I think it would be more honest. I'm not saying dishonest, but I understand its appeal, but it doesn't hold me, and I think that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're saying that it's like, it doesn't hold you.
Yeah, no. For a little while, maybe. But once I had it, I think I'd be like, "Here, you can have it." You know what I mean? Which may be a good thing, because maybe then I could teach someone else how to do it. Or it could just be like, I've got a $200 million. Here, you take it. You know what I mean? And then I'd probably be more famous for giving it away, and then that would probably ruin